Behind every classic TV show lies a world filled with laughter, tears, and untold stories. Ever wondered what truly happened behind the scenes? While the Andy Griffith Show made millions laugh and feel good, the cast didn't always get along. Could it be true that Ron Howard held a secret grudge against a fellow actor during his early days in Hollywood? And who was it that he truly hated? Stick around as we uncover this untold story that will leave you seeing this beloved show in an entirely new light. Let's take a closer look at the Andy Griffith Show, a beloved TV classic that first graced our screens on CBS in 1960. This TV show is based in the fictional city of Mayberry, North Carolina, addressing the life of Sheriff Andy Taylor, played by Andy Griffith, who has to uphold the law as well as raise his young son, Opie, played by Ron Howard. As a show with a gentle form of humor and valuable lessons, the program had a long 8-year stay in America. There are a few memorable characters, including Barney Fife, played by Don Knotts, an endearing but inept deputy. Knotts' interactions with Griffith's character were funny and one of the program's highlights, earning him 5 Emmys. After 5 seasons, he was fired to take on other movie roles. Nonetheless, his depiction of Barney Fife is one of the most memorable in television history. It was evident from the top 10 Nielsen ratings the show boasted throughout its run, and it ended up at number 1 in 1968 when it went off the air. It largely influenced American culture through the creation of Gomer Pyle, U.S.M.C., and Mayberry Art.F.D., and it continued to give audiences timelessly enjoyable entertainment as a rerun series. The cast, including Griffith, Howard, Knotts, and Frances Bavier, who played Aunt Bee, contributed to the show's success. In contrast, Ron Howard's experiences on the show would determine his future in Hollywood. The Andy Griffith Show was an opportunity for Ron Howard to grow as an actor and find a new stage in his career. Landing the role of Opie Taylor, the boy next door and happy-go-lucky son of Sheriff Andy Taylor, Howard was only 6 years old when he was cast on the program. In no time, he captured the audience's imagination with his curiosity and penchant for warmth. His first role was a great success with viewers, setting a good start for him to become one of the most famous directors in Hollywood. Fortunately, the series had veteran actors like Andy Griffith and Don Knotts, who adopted Howard into the show. They escorted him through the shoot, with Griffith being very influential in Howard's life on and off camera, tutoring the kid like a father and teaching him the principles of decency and perseverance. While filming, Howard liked the presence of co-workers, but it was challenging to be an actor, a student, and a child at the same time. Nevertheless, these early experiences helped shape the resilient and dedicated professional he would later become. Despite all the fame, Howard was still just a kid trying to fit in, and his peers often teased him about his role as Opie. He later admitted that although he loved acting, he sometimes struggled with the attention it brought. The show came with several opportunities and, at the same time, presented a rather complicated experience since there were children acting on camera. A memorable moment occurred during the filming of the opening credits when Opie throws a rock into the lake. Young Howard couldn't toss it far enough to make the splash needed for the shot, so a crew member would throw another rock simultaneously to ensure the splash aligned with Opie's throw. This small trick became a sweet memory for Howard, capturing both the pressure and charm of his early career. The experience he gained on the Andy Griffith Show proved foundational, teaching him the value of collaboration, patience, and resilience, not only as an actor but as a person. Howard's childhood years on set offered a first-hand view of successful television production, giving him a sharp start in understanding the dynamics behind the scenes. By the time the show ended in 1968, Howard had transformed from a precocious child actor into a seasoned performer, well prepared for the extraordinary career that lay ahead. On screen, the Andy Griffith Show radiated small-town warmth, but off-screen, things were sometimes less harmonious. Andy Griffith, known for his calm and easygoing character, occasionally showed a different side, sometimes letting loose with light-hearted pranks that didn't always sit well with others. Everyone on the Andy Griffith Show had their own experiences, and Frances Bavier, who played Aunt Bee, had a notably complex relationship with Griffith. A seasoned Broadway actress, she reportedly found Griffith's playful antics distracting and unprofessional, leading to occasional clashes between the two. Griffith wasn't the only one stirring up mixed feelings on set. While Don Knotts and Griffith remained lifelong friends, there were moments of tension, particularly about the show's future direction. Knotts had originally signed on for just 5 seasons with plans for other projects once his contract ended. However, as the show continued, both felt a bit disappointed that Knotts couldn't play a larger role in shaping the show's trajectory. Despite these issues, Griffith's practical jokes became part of the set's culture. One of his favorite targets was Knotts himself. He would often wake him from naps by dropping metal film cans to startle him. Though surprised, Knotts took it in stride, and the two developed a strong bond, creating an on-screen duo that fans adored and could sense was genuine. Even George "Goober" Lindsay wasn't spared from Griffith's pranks, once waking from a nap to find duck guts strung around his dressing room. Though all in good fun, Griffith's pranks sometimes clashed with serious cast members like Frances Bavier. A New York-trained actress, she didn't appreciate his laid-back, small-town style of comedy. Off-screen, their dynamic was far more complicated than it appeared on camera, yet they both maintained professionalism while filming, ensuring that their differences didn't affect their work. Later in life, Bavier offered a heartfelt apology to Griffith, recognizing her role in their tension and seeking to make peace. Ultimately, the cast's professionalism triumphed over any off-screen issues. Nevertheless, with some jolts of humor and protests, they helped develop one of the most beloved television shows that is appreciated today. The relationships within the show bring up the difficulties of being employed in such an environment. However, the actor's passion can be seen regardless of personal conflicts. The Andy Griffith Show stands as a lasting testament to their commitment and bond. A key factor in the show's success was the strong bond Andy Griffith shared with his co-stars, especially Ron Howard. Griffith, who played the caring Sheriff Andy Taylor, took on a similar fatherly role with Howard off-screen. Howard, as young Opie, often received guidance and support from Griffith, helping him navigate the challenges of child stardom. Howard has openly expressed his deep respect for Griffith, attributing much of his Hollywood success to Griffith's influence. While this father-son dynamic shone on screen, behind the scenes, Griffith sometimes had tense interactions with other cast members, particularly Frances Bavier. A classically trained actress, Bavier occasionally found Andy Griffith's playful, light-hearted approach to filming a bit trying. Their personality differences led to occasional friction, though both maintained professionalism throughout the show's run. It is said that many years later, Bavier contacted Griffith to ask for his forgiveness for the rivalry between them during filming. However, Griffith's friendship with Don Knotts was one of the most valuable relationships in his life and acting career. They were funny together, both very quick-witted, and developed great on-screen chemistry, which formed the basis of the show. Off-camera, they remained friends even when Knotts decided to exit the show in 1965. Griffith was deeply affected by Knotts' departure but realized that the show was never as good as it was with him. They remained friends until Knotts died in 2006, which indicates the true extent of their friendship. To honor him, the people of Morgantown started a campaign to erect a statue of Knotts at the Metropolitan Theater in downtown Morgantown. This statue, created by local artist Jamie Lester, was installed in 2016 and remains a kind tribute to Knotts' tremendous legacy. Finally, while Griffith could argue and fight with cast members now and then, he was the core of the Andy Griffith Show, forging more than mere professional ties to create the essence of the show's on-screen teamwork and guarantee its success. His guidance in working with Ron Howard and his deep friendship with Don Knotts became the basis of not only the program's appeal but also a part of television history itself.